been waiting for years for Cal to tell us where he was going to go from there. I guess Coruscant was the answer. So let's take a look at the latest entry on this series. We're obviously talking about Jedi Survivor on the Steam Deck. We're playing it at 1152 by 720 with all the settings as low as they get and FSR in performance mode. You could actually put it in ultra performance to get a couple of more frames per second, which are needed here, but the game is going to look terrible, very terrible if you do that. Now I got some good news and some bad news for this game. So let's start with the good news. The game is actually playable. And even though we're going to talk about the frame rate in a second, after a while you kind of ignore the frame rate and you just start enjoying the game on this device. I got a couple of bad news for you. The first one is that the actual frame rate is actually not that good. It usually will stay anywhere between 20 and 30 frames per second, irrelevant if we're talking about cutscenes or we're talking about gameplay itself. However, in the cutscenes themselves, they can go all the way from single digits all the way to 60 frames per second, so it just goes all over the board. But like I said, usually it will stay anywhere between 20 and 30 frames per second, and in some parts of the cutscenes they can go all the way up to about 40 frames per second. And the actual frame rate is more likely to stay above 25 frames per second. And I know it sounds ridiculously slow, but like I said, after a while, you actually don't kind of see it. Now the second bad news is that the game will crash. The game crashed for me in those 6 hours at least 4 times. But the kind of good news, it will crash after like an hour or so. I think most of the times we're after an hour that it will actually crash. Not that it will make much of a difference, but I will cap this one at 30 frames per second. And if you have another device to actually play this game, at least in its current state, I will play it in some other device like a Xbox or a PlayStation or a stronger PC with a better graphics card. If you like the content I'm giving you, and if you want to and haven't done so yet, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. But anyway, I'll let you watch the rest of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Buddy, help!
I can't.
It's fake!
I thought it was the real deal, Ravis. Honest.
Oh. I believe you. But mistakes like these cannot be tolerated. Let this be a reminder of what happens when you cross the Bedlam Raiders! Kill him.
Oh no! No!
Jedi. Remind our friend here why his kind are supposed to be dead.
Bad move. Saw that coming. How's this? Look at that. Keep fighting. It changes nothing. You barely got me. This is fun. You missed. It'll be over soon.
Hey, BD1!
Is this? Did that hurt? Good.
Over here!